Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is JP the Outlaw, here to give you my review for May 15th, 2018. They start off the show with Ciampa coming out to Johnny Gargano's theme music. Now, Ciampa makes his way to the ring. In the process of doing that, he tells everybody how better than Johnny Gargano he is, how he took Johnny Gargano out of the business, and how your hero won't be the same ever again. Out come Candice LeRae to defend her husband. And, she makes very good points. I thought you was a different person. I thought you were a great guy. When you was at our wedding, I didn't think that this would be the lengths you would go to get rid of Johnny Gargano. Ciampa responds with, and it kind of alludes to their weird, freaky threesome back in the day. And, all this is speculation, so take it with a grain of salt. But the statement that was made was, I always thought you were more of a man than Johnny. And I'm like, wow, that is saying a lot. That's telling me a lot of things without saying nothing at all. But I thought this was a great segment. I would have liked it to get physical. Candice LeRae has a background, especially in indie promotions, of fighting men. So it wouldn't surprise me if some type of physicality comes sometime in the near future. I've been calling for this since Candice LeRae has come onto the scene of NXT. She needs to be attacked by Ciampa to further the storyline of Johnny Gargano and Ciampa. So I think that'd be pretty good if they do it right. First match of the night, Lacey Edmonds versus a jobber. I did not get this lady's name. I apologize. But the story of this match, quick match, I hate her finishing move, the women's punch or some shit like that. It looks horrible. Give her some brass knuckles or something, because she cannot throw a punch, fake or real. It just looks fucking stupid. The story of this match is actually at the end of the match, where Kairi Sane comes out of nowhere with a forearm to get her revenge on Lacey Evans from the week prior. So that's how that segment ends. They go into a backstage segment in the Performance Center. You have Aleister Black walking in, talking about his challenges from last week, which was Velveteen Dream and Ricochet wanting a shot at the NXT Championship. So, if that's the case, Aleister Black invites the targets that are on his back. Then he says, everybody should know that once you step in the ring with me, I am no longer the target. You are. And I thought that was a beautiful promo. I love what they're doing with Aleister Black. They're keeping him off TV, keeping him fresh. I would like to see the storyline progression. The way it looks like it's going, it looks like it's going to be between Velveteen Dream or Ricochet. I wouldn't mind a 4-way with Velveteen Dream, Ricochet, Lars Sullivan, and Aleister Black. Moving on, interview segment with Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai kicking her normal stick. Nikki Cross has been alluded to in some of her backstage interviews, especially in this one. I love what they're doing with Nikki. Nikki comes up and says, with fear comes challenges, or with a challenge comes fear, some shit like that. But basically, all in all, saying step up to the challenge of Shayna Baszler. You can do it. You can do it. Just believe in yourself. Something like that. Of course, Nikki Cross walks off looking crazy as ever. I love her character. I love the role that she's playing now, more of the monarch of the women's division, and she's coming in and shining in on the Shayna Baszler situation. I would not mind seeing Nikki Cross challenge for the women's NXT Championship at the upcoming Money in the Bank weekend in Chicago. Moving on to the second match, Velveteen Dream versus Ricochet. This match was the shit. Okay, great match, great interaction between the two. Ricochet, as always, high flying moves, so on and so forth. But to see Velveteen Dream try to jump into the realm of the high flying moves, he's more of a his character right now reminds me of Jericho when he was going up against Dean Malenko back in WCW. And Jericho, that first match, Jericho was doing all the moves Dean Malenko was doing. But Dean Malenko was coming up with new moves out of his repertoire. That's why they started calling him the man with 1,000 moves, because of Jericho. So, well, the man with 1,000 holds. Not because of Jericho, but it really came into the limelight when Jericho took the moniker and called himself the man with 1,001 holds. So, this reminds me of that, just the dichotomy of Ricochet and Velveteen Dream. Of course, this match comes to a double disqualification due to Lars Sullivan attacking both men. He hums Ricochet halfway across the ring, beats the shit out of Velveteen Dream, and then they go to the commercial. So they come back with a backstage segment. Ricochet walking his way back into William Regal's office, as well as Velveteen Dream. They both looking for revenge on Lars Sullivan, which will be announced later tonight that they will have a handicap match. It'll be the Velveteen Dream and Ricochet teaming up to go up against Lars Sullivan. So that ends that little prelude there. What the hell is this? Kota Reeves and Ruel Mendoza. Okay, the guy from NXT, the Hotline guy, he went up against EC3 last week, and Kota Reeves is more of a brand new enhancement talent. He looks like an enhancement talent. He looks like a Samoan ripoff Ric Flair. You know, I don't know if that was his inspiration for his character, but it is abundantly clear that he would like to be Ric Flair with the mindset of the model Marty Montel. You remember the model Marty Montel? He used to pose. He used to think very highly of himself, and his matches was nothing but him yelling at you on how great he is. And this reminds me a lot of Kota Reeves. You know, I think with time, Kota Reeves' character will be better. I hate his poses. I hate his facial expressions. But with time, that all will get better. Backstage segment with the Velveteen Dream and Ricochet. We already went over this. They are in a handicap match. Now, one of the funniest aspects of this taping of NXT was Heavy Machinery interacting with TM61. I love the characters of Tucker and Otis. I think these guys are fucking funny as hell, especially for big guys. You know what I mean? Otis says, I took my mother out for a lovely dinner, you know, steaks and quakes. I said, oh, shit. Well, there's a rhyme right there. But, yeah, these guys will be in a match the following week. TM61 challenges Heavy Machinery. I can't wait to see that match. I think Heavy Machinery is one of those sleeper teams that may not be good in NXT, but I think they'll be great for the main roster. Pete Dunne, Danny Burch, and Ole Lorcan versus the Undisputed Era. Great fucking match here. A bunch of hot spots, but the spots was well timed, well planned. Outside of the one spot where Roderick Strong went for a high knee, I think it was Kyle O'Reilly and Ole Lorcan. No, Kyle O'Reilly and Danny Burch, where Kyle O'Reilly had, I believe, hit him with a kick. The knee from Roderick Strong was supposed to connect. Ole Lorcan ducks it, and it kind of hits Kyle O'Reilly, but Kyle O'Reilly sold it well. So I think it all panned out. I thought it was a great match, and I'm very curious to see what they do moving forward with a Pete Dunne and the team of Pete Dunne, Danny Burch, and Ole Lorcan. I would like to see that dynamic stick together, you know, being that these guys are two British cats. All three guys are British cats. I think that'd be a perfect faction to feud and rival the already established Undisputed Era. So I wouldn't mind seeing that. I wouldn't mind seeing Danny Burch and Ole Lorcan pick up the tag team championships for a little while after, you know, Undisputed. But that is your NXT review. I am JP the Outlaw. I'm going to go get me some rest, get ready for work, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.